It is with great pleasure to announce that we are back again with the Explain It series. This is going to be my new album, 28. It was really important to me to drop the album on my birthday because it's a very special day for me, obviously. Celebrating the day I was born. 28 now, so it just felt so fitting to title the album that and release it on my birthday. And I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I'm really excited to dive into the 12 songs on this album and just go through the progression that I've been going through. Real quick before we begin, if you haven't checked out my website, it's lavelle.com. You can get access to all my products, my merch that I'm dropping, lookbooks, discounts on other businesses and stuff like that I'm affiliated with. You got access to my music, YouTube videos, music videos, everything like that. Even the first Explain It series that dropped for my previous album, Me. If you subscribe, you'll get emails every now and then with discounts and updates on what's to come. Go check out my website if you haven't already. As you can see in today's video, I'm wearing the Lavelle black tee. So let's jump right into it. This is gonna be part one of the Explain It series. The first song is My World. Without hesitation, I knew this had to be the very first song for this album. The goal I had in mind was to take an even deeper dive into my life about the things that have happened. If you've had the pleasure to listen to all my music from last year until now, you can see the progression. You can see me getting even deeper into life and life's meanings and everything like that. And just learning about your purpose and who you are, what makes you who you are, and knowing that the things you've been through create and form who you are as a person today. My World really is the kind of topic that will bring you into my life specifically because, you know, social media, you know, it can make it seem like everything's all good, but sometimes everything's not all good. And there's a lot of things that happen that you don't necessarily want to portray online, whether it's feeling, you know, some signs of weakness or being afraid of being vulnerable and everything like that. Being able to do those things shows a sign of strength, which is the opposite of what you might feel when you do those things. But it's really important to let people in and find those specific people that you can talk to about those things and everything that you are dealing with. So it just goes over the people that I felt didn't really care for me, the people that took advantage of me, whether it be friends, girls, all that kind of stuff, because all that stuff happens and it's created who I am today. I have a standard for myself that I set. So if I can tell your energy's off, or if I can tell that we're not, you know, meshing the way I would like to, you're gone. Like that is what it is. At the point of age where I understand who's important in my life, who I need in my life, and who I don't need in my life, which when you're younger, that kind of stuff scares you. You don't really want to lose people. And even now, I don't really want to lose people, but you really start to understand like who's important and who deserves your presence and who deserves to stick around. In this song, if you dive even deeper into the lyrics and stuff like that, I talk about the ruts that I've been through and how they made me who I am today, whether that's, you know, anxiety, depression, all that stuff, because life is surely all about the ebbs and flows. And as cliche as it sounds, there's going to be days where you're all the way on top, and there's going to be days where you really don't feel like you want to do anything or you don't have any motivation. If you keep it in the back of your mind that, you know, everything's going to be okay, and remind yourself of how you feel when you do have those flows, you know, in reverse order, when you're that good, just, you know, stay humble enough to remember, you know, how you felt in those bad times so you can stay at a level playing field, because life is all about balance, and how you can react to things specifically is really important. And it tells a lot to yourself about who you are and how you can deal with things and stuff like that. I've started to realize as I grow older, I've kind of been a chaser. I've kind of been chasing things that might not necessarily be good for me, whether that be relationships, friendships, lifestyles, specifically that, you know, when I was younger, I thought, you know, that would be who I could be, or if I could relate to people and stuff like that. And I just go over the amount of times I used to do that over and over and over again. It never worked. And even if I thought it worked, something would happen, you know, whether in the present time or in the future, that would show me, no, it didn't work. As you continue to grow up, you start to realize who you really are. But the thing is, before you can come to that realization, because obviously every day, you know, every week, every year, every month, you're still going to be continuously figuring out who you are. But I realized the importance of it is taking a scale back and like just being real with yourself. Like, is it worth chasing this lifestyle or chasing this person? Being the only one in a specific friendship where you are the only person reaching out to people and they're not really meeting, you know, the needs that you might have in a friendship, is it worth it? Like, ask yourself, is it really, really worth it to do those things? Oftentimes the answer is gonna be no. Like, if you're really being honest with yourself, like, the answer is gonna be no. And I've started to realize that, especially over the last couple of years, that anything that I want, anything that I pray about or think about, it can happen as long as I am willing to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's so many things in life that will come about or happen and stuff like that, and in the moment you might not know the purpose of that thing, but as you continue to go day by day, it's gonna start making sense. Like, it's gonna start coming to you and everything's gonna come together. So I was really happy with how this song came out, really happy with the beat. I made the whole thing. I do a lot of things with my song. Like, for this specific song, I had an idea for the melody that I wanted to do and I executed that. I had an idea of what the song was gonna be before I made the beat, so I had a couple lines. I made the instrumental and the beat and everything like that based upon what I wanted to do with the song. And in this case, I think it turned out pretty good. So the next song in the Explain It series off of album 28 is going to be To Run. And I'm excited to go over the information and all the stuff that was put into that song. See you guys later.
Who is this? What do you know? It's Lavelle, put on a show on that slow-mo. Where do I go? When can I leave? Let me free, let me be. Not in the streets, I'm at home, I'm alone.